Safe Morrison, and this is This Week in Car Audio. Tune in. This Week in Car Audio. Tune in. We'll be talking about bass, talking about chips, talking about rings. You ain't got them, zip your lip. You got a problem you haven't found, check your grounds. The show about to start. Tune in. This Week in Car Audio. Yeah. Tune in. This Week in Car Audio.
Welcome to This Week in Car Audio with your host, the Judge, Doug Stockton, co-hosted by Mr. Internet Famous himself, doing shows every day of the week almost, Mr. Jeffrey Fernandez. What's up, Jeff?
You ain't lying, Doug. I think I'm feeling it now, so feeling a little burnt out. But, we got this last weekend left, and I think I can kind of rest for a little bit.
All right, so you did 2 shows this weekend, 1 show.
That is correct. The first show was in Roland, Oklahoma, part of our we had him on the show last week. Scott Jones throwing Tucking in the Valley past couple years, and he invited us down again this year, and we just had a blast. We had a lot of fun. We talked about it last week. It was at a casino. So much to do.
That's all I'm asking. How did you do?
Like true gamblers never discuss the
the losses,
the particulars.
They always discuss the wins, never the losses.
Yeah, I suppose, but it was fun. It wasn't just a sound off, right? Or it wasn't just a car show,
right?
They had they had like a pizza eating contest sponsored by Domino's Pizza. They had a wing eating no. Food, any kind of food eating contest and me in it, that's probably not a good thing. But so they also had the Hooters hot chicken wing eating contest, and Andy took a video of it, and wow, it was pretty crazy. You couldn't really tell from the video, but once they opened up the chicken wings, it was like probably the hottest chicken wings anybody's ever seen. 2 of the people actually had to bow out just from smelling the chicken wings. It was that crazy. So I mean,
you didn't even try them?
You know what? I think somebody had brought a plate over to the booth, to the DB drag tent. And I was like, no way. I'm not going to do this. That was just too crazy.
All right.
Leave it up to the professionals.
Leave it up. All right. So far, we got Justin Stolman in the chat, Jose Ramos, Tiffany Paris out of Bridgetown, Andy Tusher.
Oh.
Let's see what Andy say. It smelled bad. Heard ghost peppers in the mix.
No way.
Stephanie Brandon in there.
Hey.
All right. So let me fix my Zoom here real quick. All right. Speaking of which, first like to thank our sponsors, Stolman Transportation LLC, Badass Sounds by Steve, and E-Box. Install and install and design right there in the chat. Was still driving home, went to DC. That was Justin Stolman. Yep. Eric Hansen says, hello, everybody. Steve Willis, what's up, y'all? So, speaking of Steve Willis, he didn't come to the show this weekend. But, I mean, the way you're doing it, too, and the way I'm doing it, before last weekend, if somebody didn't even have enough points for World Finals, they could have attended last weekend and this upcoming weekend and got all their points for Top Dog and Cyclone Freestyle. And then with the Gas Saver, could possibly qualify for Base Race and DB Drag.
DB Drag, yeah. There's a competitor out here doing that. Didn't have any points in the DB Drag format, but did the triple this past Sunday, yesterday, and then gonna do next Sunday's triple also. Then bam,
With the gas saver, has his points,
with the
huh?
gas saver, yeah, got his points.
Oh, sweet. I appreciate people that do that stuff. You know, it helps out our venues. So I was
Yes.
looking at your venue. Pretty
Mhm.
cool venue. I really
Yeah.
like your venue. What do you think of that?
You know, I did some research on it and I saw that another organization had their finals there.
Okay.
And that place is huge. It's got this really nice stage area that Solis has promised to, make it really nice.
Uh
And
huh.
yeah, so thank you, big thank you to Solis for finding the location and
Yep.
giving us a spot to have finals out here in Texas. So
Yep. Steve Willis says he's taking a break from the car audio. Uh,
ah,
Julio fired. He was supposed to do base race and freestyle for me so I could do works finals. Hey, all you have to do is show up to the next show. You should have enough points. That's all I'm saying, Justin. Should be there this weekend. I have to do. Justin says now he has to do Saturday and Sunday. Yep, that's what he has to
oh.
do. SQ Sounds, Tiffany's husband there. Oh shoot, Texas has remote finals. Man, that's great. That's from Steve Willis. Yep. Up, Justin with no subs. I bet you can find
Oh.
subs. Lord of Base Manny in the house. Um. Um. Anyway, yeah. So we did our show too. How many people did? How was the turnout for you for the car audio at
For
the Tuckin?
it was good. It was really good. We had, man,
All the
out
way
of
from the other half of the world. Jody Green. Afternoon, y'all.
cool. I was gonna say we had a competitor from another state come in,
Uh huh.
all
Oh
the
yeah,
way
right
from
there.
Tennessee, all the way from Tennessee. Drove out and we were setting up, and I saw him drive by, and I was like, "Wait a second, I know that guy." So I
Yeah,
mean,
we
it
surprised
wasn't,
there,
yeah.
Jeffrey.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Surprising.
Speaking of which, straight out of Tennessee, we got Dustin Wright. How you doing, Dustin?
Good, good. How about you guys?
Just fine. Oh, Jeffrey, did Celise share with you the our location for the West Coast?
No, no,
It
I
it
didn't get
looks
any info.
very similar to yours.
Oh, cool.
So it's
Okay.
really cool. We're gonna have
All
big
indoors.
banners indoors,
Yeah, nice.
camping spots at ours. So
Oh,
we
Oh,
got
that's
all that.
cool.
Yeah, we got all that going on. So if you guys are gonna compete, um, you know, it's really cool. Jeffrey's is a little bit bigger than mine. I think you have I think you have
That's
for.
what she said.
Well, he is Asian, so
genetics.
I'm not sure.
Oh no.
um, I think you had enough for what 44 cars in your stalls. I think you
From the
had.
video that I seen
I,
that the other organization did a finals there, I
mm-hmm.
think they had it's
Well,
probably a little bit more than that,
okay.
but
Well,
that's
I'm just looking at what Celise had you set up for. So here, let me pull
yeah.
yours up real quick on
It's a
my phone.
different type setup, but
Oh no. So she has you set up for 40 stalls, and she has mine set up for 39. So probably close to about the same size. So, uh, you have 40 stalls. I had 30,
oh,
39 stalls.
nice.
So
Now, we just got to make sure to fill them all, right?
that's right. Yep. Justin say blew all his subs at Iasca. Well, like any other
Oh.
true SPL guy, you blow them one day and you're back at the manufacturer the next day and getting new recones so
Exactly.
that they can be dry and installed by the weekend for next show. I
That's
mean,
right.
that's how the SPL world works, right? We blow
Or we just
stuff
have
up,
spares.
or just have a
Exactly. I
lot of
was gonna say,
spares.
yeah, spares.
Yeah. So, Dustin, uh, you missed out last time because you wanted to go gambling. You know, Jeff
Yep.
doesn't hate you for that. Um, what about this time? You're gonna be there for sure this time, right?
Yeah, there's going to be quite a few people who was not there uh for the last multi-venue that will be there this time. So
So are you saying West Coast isn't just going to walk away with it again? Is that what I'm
What?
hearing?
Yeah, I mean, we let all our big guys stay home just to give y'all some clout.
Oh, is that what it was?
Nah, it's gonna be I'll be there. Stephanie, Brandon will be there. Wall Street Stephanie, Chris Caudell possibly, maybe Matt Holleran. A couple world champions.
Yeah.
So
Justin says Cali's going to win again. Stay home, watch football instead.
Oh no.
pull up in the lanes, Justin, if you got some subs.
That's right.
Oh, Chris chimed in saying,
Oh,
yeah,
there,
he'll be
Chris
there.
Caudell. He'll be there. That was he was missing no, he won Top Dog last time, right? When it was Tennessee and California.
This past August?
Yeah.
I don't think he was there in August.
Oh, what, he wasn't?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
they were in the
No.
process of rebuilding.
Okay.
It was Rich.
Oh, that's right. Right.
Was it Rich?
Yeah, I think Rich won. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Rich Ross. Yeah.
Yeah, Richard Ross.
Yeah, he
that's
won.
right. Eric Hansen says he'll be there. Justin says
You might
he'll
be
be
able-
there.
You might be able to make brackets, Justin.
Ooh.
It's gonna be tough.
Joel saying hello from Canada. He up there, drove up
Dang,
there
yeah.
for one of Ray Choi's events.
I think he did. I think it was like a weekend show. It was like
Yeah.
2 shows. wasn't
Two
it?
Oh yeah,
shows.
yeah. I seen him on the
Yeah.
results from Red Deer.
All right. Just want to say, so this next weekend, most likely will be Sunday will be the last ever event at Mellows Auto, there where Nyman's shop. So, bittersweet type thing, right? Justin say he just
for
got
sure.
some brand new DC level 6s that need some Texas and Tennessee tiers. Matt Holleran's planning on being there. Who's Matt Holleran?
I'll let Dustin answer that.
Yeah, Dustin, tell us all about him.
Matt Holleran is the 49-9 champion from last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
He beat me last year.
He beat me last year.
Yeah.
Did he beat you like
I
a
started
redheaded stepchild?
I started a little too soon. Let's just say that.
Turned red pretty quickly.
Yeah, he's also a pretty loud trunk guy. So.
Oh, so he's a trunk guy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a Civic EF sedan. 215s, pretty loud.
All right.
He was on the podcast, Doug.
Oh.
I think it was like probably like the day after.
Okay.
He won finals. Yeah.
Okay.
That's when I was on the road, and I remember watching it on the road.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was on the show. He had just won finals. I think it might have been trunk, or it was one of the pro stock classes.
Oh, if it was the trunk, yeah, that thing was loud. Definitely.
Yeah. It does like 62s somehow.
Oh, damn, that's like way loud. Back when I was competing, there was only like 2 trunk guys doing over a 50. So, trunks
came a long way, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Matt's back-to-back 49-9 champ.
Yeah.
So that's right.
Heavy hitters.
Justin says it's only 29 and 39 base race. Hey, it's as many classes as we can fill. If we can fill 39 and a 49, then it'll be 39, 49, 29, whatever. Whatever classes we can fill, that's what we'll compete in.
What's up, Luis?
Luis says, what's up, Dustin? And fellas. Oh, we're just afterthoughts, Jeffrey. It ain't even our show anymore. All right. So is there anybody in particular, Dustin, that you're looking forward to going against?
Hopefully Hansen shows up and he can redeem himself from the last time that me and him faced off.
Who?
E-Box.
Oh, E-Box. Eric, Mr.
Yeah,
Hansen.
we turned E-Box into D-Box a couple months ago.
Well,
wait, what do you mean redeem himself? When you guys went heads up, was it at the De Los Santos Memorial Show?
Yeah,
That's
when he
right.
broke out.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm trying to expect a lot from Eric, but he didn't even qualify the last time we did multi-venue.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, he can, at least in Top Dog, he don't have to worry about that.
That's right. Everybody qualifies in Top Dog, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he'll have a shot in both of those.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, let's not forget he actually won the East Coast venue last year in Top Dog. He
At
got to
World
represent
Finals.
exactly. He got to represent was
Uh,
it North America in the world
Yeah.
competition. So he knows a
Um.
little bit about Top Dog.
so
Dana. Me and Dana's got a little bit of a rivalry going too. So
Oh no.
oh. Oh yeah, Jeffrey. So who's coming in from your side? Obviously, Eric and Dana,
Yeah, Eric, Dana,
Roger,
I think we got
Roger's
Team
kid.
Crossfire Christian.
Yeah.
He's in on it. I think Lewis TVC, he was doing some practicing this past weekend. We got
Oh.
another guy, Donnie Keller, who, man, he did Top Dog yesterday and did really, really good. And it was funny because so he's a staple in the Top Dog and base race competitions that we have,
Uh huh.
and just falling a little bit short each competition, right? So yesterday, he's up. I think he was up against. He might have been up against Dana in the beginning, and everybody's like, "You could do it, Donnie. You could do it." And then Donnie's like, "Nope, no, I can't. No, I can't." And then bam, he ends up winning. He won that first round. I think he might have got knocked out kind of in the middle, but like totally redeemed himself in the last round. And yeah, he had a couple of time extensions, and he stole like I think he stole half of Dana's points.
yeah,
Or
y'all
might
have a
yeah,
lot of
Christian.
points.
Yeah, Dana was actually up 70K, 70,000 points. And the
Woo! And
nearest
she lost them
competitor was
all.
probably, you
At least
know,
half of them.
she sometimes I'll call it keeping it gangsta, where it's like you're up on points and you don't want to take
The
we
easy way
also
out.
the easy way out. We also call it the tank.
Yeah.
She could have easily had tanked and still won, but you know what? She kept it gangsta. It kind of didn't work out for her in the end, but she just kept it true. And as long as she was cool with where she placed, then that's all that matters. So.
Um, Eric Hansen says, "Yeah, but I beat everyone in Tennessee at finals."
Yeah, we're a year back from that.
uh, uh, Justin asked, Dustin, are you going to be in 39 or 49? Dustin replied, 39 most likely. Matt R says, what's up, Jeffrey, Doug, and Dustin? We tried to have Chris on, but he's got a new job, and it takes a little precedence. Like paying bills and stuff is dumb.
Oh wait, but he's still gonna preside over.
Yes, he's still gonna do it. He just couldn't
okay.
come on the podcast today with the new
Okay.
job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he said he's worked 312s this week or something, and he was a little burned out. He was pretty tired. So
Yeah. So, but that's okay. I'm sure he's going to represent his, taking care of his guys and showing off and whatnot, just fine. Eric says he can do 119.9, 29.9, or 39.9. Yeah, but you only got to pick one, and don't make it 130.0 because that sucks.
yeah, we had quite a few people at the show in Oklahoma that was new and on Saturday, and kind of Jeffrey kind of helped him, and I kind of helped him a little bit too, and that's they seem to have got the grasp of what was going on, pretty quickly,
Yep.
and for me that's what this is all about is, to grow you have to help people, and try to help them understand exactly what it is they're doing and things like that.
So
I think they take more to a competitor,
right? So that's what I was
giving them
ask.
the instruction, because sometimes when it's like I'll go through it, like they don't really grasp it. But when a competitor such as yourself, Dustin, I saw you talking to him, going over things. Maybe I might have missed a couple of things, but you got them lined up and doing the event, and they did really well.
So I was going to ask you, Jeffrey, so do you use the same model I do where you use a competitor? Hey, this is so-and-so. He's a multi-time champion, or, he's won so many events, and he's willing to show you if you're willing to learn. Would you like him to help you? You know?
Not usually, but it just seems like to kind of keep the show going, a lot of the competitors, they would, volunteer and say,
Okay.
hey, this is what you would need to do. Oh, play this. Let's get him a boom check, USB type
Right.
thing, and you know, um, but it seems like they're more receptive to another competitor giving them the instructions.
Yep.
Yeah, because
I was gonna say real
they
quick.
came.
Uh,
Good.
Justin says, "What time is start time on Saturday?" The start time is 5 p.m. is our beginning, but brackets are at 6 p.m. so that in Tennessee and Texas they can start brackets at 8 p.m. So that's the main thing. You know, it says 4 o'clock, but we fixed it to say 5. We only get 1 hour to qualify on the West Coast because our venue, there's a lot of businesses still open until 5.
Mm.
So we got to have respect for the place we're going to be at. So I'm sorry, Dustin. Go ahead and tell them what you were going to say about the competitors.
They came up just asking about classing and stuff like that. And,
Hmm.
Jeffrey was kind of holding down what he had going on, so I kind of stepped in and kind of
Yes.
explained things to him a little bit, and when they came up, I told him straight up, I said, look, if you want to pull up and I'll show you how it's done and I'll coach you and I'll help you, and
Hmm.
that's exactly what happened. And they seemed like they had a lot of fun, to be honest.
Oh yeah. I tell everybody at every show, I said, what is your intention um, uh, in competing? Let me just tell Justin real quick. Sunday is not a night show. Also, it's a 10 a.m. show because I'm not going to be there till midnight on Sunday and have to be to work at 4 the next day. So it's going to be a night show on Saturday and a morning show on Sunday, and that's at the California location. Um, so yeah, so what I tell people all the time in respects to that is, do you want to just see how loud your car is? We have freestyle. Do you want to see how loud your
Oh,
car
okay.
is and go against somebody? Then we have DB drag. If you want to have the most fun you can possibly have, do top dog and base race. It will be so much fun. All your runs are close. It'll addict you to doing what we're doing. But that's up to you. What do you want to do?
Right.
So I might be a
Yeah, and
little
even
biased.
when they pulled up, they was like, "Oh, we're running head to head," and I was like, "Yeah, man, that's kind of how it goes." And he was like, "Man, that's kind of awesome," and I was like, "Yeah, it's a lot of fun."
Yeah. Um, Eric Hansen says he can't wait to go back to morning shows in Texas. Is
It
he an
should be
old man?
soon.
Is he an old man and can't
Uh,
stay up late?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think that's what the
he
case is.
he tells me he gets to work 2 hours early, so I don't know what that's about.
But no, that so the like you said, coming from a competitor is different too,
Mhm.
because like in my opinion, I've been doing this 25 years now, so uh, where I come from as trying to show somebody something, they're like, oh well, you're the judge, you know this thing, you've been doing it. And from a competitor, they have the the people trying it out have um, a different outlook when a competitor comes and does it.
Mm.
And like I
Yeah.
said in here before, right? We want to integrate them into the culture that we have as competition culture. And as judges, not that we have to be separate from the competitors, but we can't necessarily I don't know, not fraternizing, but we have to separate the us judging from friendships, right? And so I really want a new competitor to get locked in with a friendship, and that's why I always suggest a seasoned veteran competitor. And especially when you have somebody that either has a national title or
Mhm.
a multi-venue title, or in Tennessee's case, what's it called, the Cash Days title,
Mhm.
right? or even a world title. That when you introduce somebody, oh look, this guy is at the top of the game and he's willing to spend time and help you, that goes a long ways with a competitor. So,
Definitely.
Smiley Watts says you have to be cordial. Joel says he'll be there, but with Joel, we don't know which one he'll be at. He might be in Tennessee, he might be in Dallas, and he might be in Sacramento. Never know with that guy. Shoot. So what are your thoughts, Dustin, on this? This is like a practice for World Finals. What are your thoughts there?
I love it, man, because if there's any issues that arise, like with software, it's able to be looked at and said, okay, well, this is the reason why. Wayne can do his thing and on the back end and figure out so it doesn't happen at World Finals, so you don't have something that might be, a potential for somebody winning a world title or a national title, and then it having to be redone.
Yeah.
So.
And then the other thing that is really cool in my eyes about it is you're not going against the same 8-10 guys that you always go against, right?
Yeah, and that was another thing with us going out to Oklahoma. It was an opportunity to get some new blood. Go against people like you said that we don't get to go against because, every single event that we have here that's a decent sized event is, David McKay, Rick Ross, or Rich Ross,
the balls.
all Chris Caudill, Matt Holland, multiple time world champions, and it's killers over here, man.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And some people kind of get a little afraid, like they don't want to, go up against those guys, so they just kind of hang back. But when you kind of implement the multi-venue, it's like, man, it's, I might be going up against a guy that's in a different state, and I might be able to win this time or something. It gives them hope, I guess.
Yeah, and that was one thing that I didn't like about finals last year, with just taking the winner from each location or whatever. I'm not saying that Tennessee has the best base racers, but I feel like they have more of a stacked bracketry to go through.
Right.
So
let's see here. Jeffrey, are we leaving the cars in the venue at finals? Real quick.
I'll have to get verification on that, but
I believe that to be true. You don't have to, but you can.
Don't have to, right? But you can.
They get discouraged to compete in general.
Yeah, I want to touch on that too. So
all right,
if you want to go ahead.
Go for it.
That's why I recommend Top Dog and Base Race to anybody who wants to compete, because to me it's the fairest, form of competition. It's one of the funnest, and anybody can do 29.9. But so that's why you have so many people in that class, obviously. But for me, anybody can win as long as you have an understanding of what you're doing and you have enough time to learn what you're doing.
Right.
And not so much as anybody could do a 29.9. In addition to it's being able to not bust out, being able to control your 29.9. So I think there's even more to that. They could do 29.9s, but can you maintain that number? Can you not bust out? So
and in all reality, a lot of guys that are brand new and coming into this, they aren't playing with ported boxes. They might have a prefab when they're brand new, right? And so they're getting boxes that may be built at a store or something like that, and they're trying to give them a nice smooth response, which is super helpful in Top Dog and Base Race, where
100%.
a lot of guys that are competing in Top Dog and Base Race, well, they want a demo vehicle and it's loud and this and that, but they peak. And so you find out that some of these guys are like, their cars are just totally smooth for Base Race and Top Dog. And they're like, oh, I literally have a chance, you know, and they find out they do, and it works out really, really well for them people. I just, you know, like I said, I always tell people, you want to have the most fun you can, base race, top dog. I promise you it'll be fun. Justin wants to know what formats will be available for Saturday. So for me personally, DB Drag, base race, Pinkadow, freestyle will be a local event only. I'm sorry, Pinkadow, base race, or sorry, Pinkadow, Cyclone, freestyle, and DB Drag will be local only. Base race and top dog will be the multi-venue format. What about for you, Jeffrey?
It's just base race and top dog.
Okay, what are they doing out in Tennessee, Dustin?
Just base race and top dog as well.
Okay, so California is the only one offering the other potentials. Eric Hansen says, when I started to be in the lanes, I was told Tennessee was the best. Hey, you know, they're not bad.
They're still the best. They're still the best.
It used to be California was the best, other than Steve Mick, right?
Oh,
so
yeah.
You had Steve Mick, and then you had California. Ramila says, know your timing. I was thinking I might try base race next season. It looks fun.
Yeah, that's one thing that a lot of people don't realize is the start of your base race run is very important.
Yep. Ramila also says that she loves watching Rosa Espinoza. May sometime soon be Rosa Martinez doing her thing in base race. Just how fun it is, you know? Smiley Watts, it's fun until you have Eric Hansen beat you and hurt your feelings.
What?
What do we
go both ways?
Yes, it can. What are the
I
prices?
heard Eric go both ways.
What are your guys' prices for Saturday? Entry fees.
I think it's 30 per class, right? I think that's what it says right here.
Yep. 30 per class, 30 per class, that same Tennessee, right? And we're throwing up $5 of that dollars goes into the prize fund in the class, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we want to get ironed out here for this today's podcast as well. Get that squared away. So it's $30 per format, and then $5 of each that's base race, right?
And top dog.
Okay, and top dog.
Yep. So if there's 25 people in top dog, it's 25 times 5, right? So
is that so? It's broken down into classes, like
it is
20s. Okay.
So if there's 10 people in $29.9 and only 2 in $39.9, it's only $10 to $39.9, and 20 times 5, so $100 to the winner of $29.9, right?
Okay. Yeah, that's like the typical format that you do, like West Coast.
Yeah, West Coast
finale that you do. Okay.
Yep. Is there going to be 30 for freestyle and everything local that isn't? It'll be 30 and 25. Will be the second class will be 25. Doesn't matter what format you do for base race and top dog. They're $30 no matter what, and then any other format you do, in addition to those, it'll be 25. If you're only doing base race or only doing DB drag or something like that, then it's 30 for that one class. We aren't doing trophies. This is a points only thing. I may make a dog tag. I never heard back from Rick Ross.
Oh, he posted a picture of it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Well, you know I don't go on Facebook, but I did send it to him. So I'm
only on Monday nights, right?
Only on Monday nights. So I may be doing it again. I may be doing the dog tag again to the champion. So. Let's see. Eric Hansen says, any side bets? What are you thinking, Dustin? Anything from you guys?
I'm not sure. We usually do a little bit, so
Right.
I mean,
I remember going to a couple of Doug shows where they take side bets to another level. They physically take out cash and then they put it on the windshield and then say
the guy they want.
Yeah, the guy they want. So it's like, man, that's like crazy.
Okay.
Yep. So you put 10. Say it's you and Jeffrey going, right? I'll go and throw $10 on Jeffrey's windshield, And anybody, I got my 10 on Jeffrey, 10 on
Because
Jeffrey,
someone's gonna
snap it
match
on
it.
his windshield. And, 2 people might match at 5 apiece, or, and then you just keep pulling money. I think the most we ever had on a windshield was like around $160.
Wow.
That's nuts.
But there was like 8 people betting or something, so it wasn't really big money. But I did have one show where somebody was a little cocky and he was pulling out hundreds. Who wants my hundreds?
Wow. Dang.
So Smiley Watts says, where does a new competitor learn how to base race and top dog to be competitive? Either one of you guys want to hit on that?
I just replied to him, told him I can help him if he wanted to reach out to me.
Okay.
But generally, just an understanding. First, like for me, the way I set things up is, I like to know what decibel level I'm doing that on my volume click.
Yep. So that way, when you come out the box, your first note, you don't bust out, turn red, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So and then just knowing that your next click up is say a half a dB, is beneficial too, because you can climb once you get around that area, so.
Yeah. Steve Willis says you learn in the lanes.
I mean,
I like
I
that
would kind of
response too.
suggest is if you can't yourself have access to a meter, find somebody who does have a
At the
meter.
show,
And
absolutely, too. I mean, if you
at
at the
the
show,
show,
or
yeah.
and then you befriend them and talk to
Yeah.
them. I mean that's
what
a
I've
lot of
done
times.
at a couple of the base race and top dog only shows that I've done is put it in practice mode, and whoever wants to come up, go ahead, come on up. You don't have to pay. You
Yep.
could just come up and practice a couple of times and see how you like it. But that kind of bit me in the end, because I'd had like probably one guy do like 20 runs, and I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, we gotta get on with the show. So
Yep.
but I'll open it up in the beginning, do practice runs. Anybody want to come up, we could try it out, and stuff
Yep.
like that. So but definitely, if you can't get a meter, find somebody who does, and then just practice and have fun. We do practices Friday nights. Anyone who's wants to try it out, more than welcome to hit us up. Make sure we're there. We weren't there last Friday because we were on our way to Tuckin, but definitely we always have that available to anyone. Smiley, who asked the question, he's pretty local. I think he's in Oklahoma. He can come to the practices as well. Lewis has come to the practice.
Uh-huh.
I know Donnie Keller has come to the practices. So it definitely helps. But like I always have to say, and it's almost like a disclaimer, you could practice every day, practice, but it doesn't make you unbeatable. And Chris Caudell has kind of said the same thing also. Was like, yeah, practice helps, but doesn't make anybody unbeatable.
All I'm saying is I don't ever practice, and I won again this weekend
Prime example.
in a car I've never even been in before.
Mm-hmm.
It's so nice, isn't it, Doug? Just being able to go to any random car, just
Yeah.
jump in and know what you can do.
Yeah. David Wayne Hunt popping in says the Duke is here, the Raffle King.
Yeah, he's referring to me as the Raffle King.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Did you score any raffle prizes at Tuckin?
No, we
Dustin?
didn't get in. I didn't like the way it was set up, man.
Okay.
I gotcha.
They made it to where like you had to put like a ticket into each individual thing that you wanted.
So each one was
Oh.
yeah. So those are blind raffles. So there might only be one ticket in there. There might be 100 tickets in there, and then
Yeah.
they just
Oh,
draw.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they do that a
Mhm.
lot here for like fundraisers and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Justin,
I think that kind of makes a little bit of sense. So like
yeah,
if you're only shooting for like this, $1,000 battery,
Yep.
it kind of makes sense to put all your tickets into that one, as opposed to like a set of
looking for a
tweeters that
T-shirt.
are only
Yeah,
only $50, But I can see what you're saying, Dustin.
yeah.
Yeah,
Justin says real quick, Jeffrey needs a shirt that says "I keep making bets with Cali and Tennessee and have to keep wearing these stupid shirts."
No.
Smiley Watts says, "Oh, I definitely know to learn in the lanes, but I have noticed the new people don't want to be embarrassed. I've won many by luck," and he ain't wrong.
yeah, he's not wrong. That's for sure.
Yep. Eric Hansen says he wants to beat Doug. Dude, it's really simple. Really simple. You have to make it to the final round. And then
up against one
win.
of your guys. Right?
Up against one of my guys and win.
Yeah, okay.
And if you don't get a chance to beat the boss. That's just how it is. So I'll be there this weekend. And if the opportunity arises, I will give anybody they want the chance to beat the boss if they win their class. And I have a local run in California. Otherwise, the software won't allow that to happen. So, Jose Ramos says he can't wait for next season. Him and his son are going to be doing the DB Drag. They're actually starting October 19th with their first show, or their first show of the season. Yeah. So that'll count.
Nice.
What area do they cover? They cover like Oakland, Bay Area, right?
Yeah, they're gonna do. Okay. He was actually talking about potentially going to Jay's Alarms down in Fresno.
Oh, okay. I thought there was someone else that you had.
I did, Ricky. Yes. But Ricky's kind of on the fence.
Oh, so, okay. I gotcha.
But
Jose's got a nasty cyclone build, right?
So he has had the record in no wall and wall, and nobody's beat what his record was as of yet. So,
nice.
So take it for what it is. And he hasn't competed since the 24th anniversary. So what was it, the 2022 when we had the one in all in one place, the 25th anniversary?
I think it was 22. That was the first year.
So in 21 was the last year he competed with that truck, and still people aren't beating that. How
is he waiting for like someone to be like a threat to
I don't know.
Score to come back? Or?
He says yes. The Widow and Goldilocks are the two vehicles.
There was another guy in your area though that was up there. Florida Bay Stone.
Yes, I would love to
qualified for finals.
He has not. But I would love to see him come out and get qualified for finals. I might have to have Manny reach out to him and get him in there. Jose Ramos says he's actually in the middle of rebuilding, and they have been. They tore the Widow down to nothing. Smiley Watts, I need information on judging next season also.
Okay.
So where's Smiley at? Oklahoma?
Oklahoma. I think he's come to a few of the Texas shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be a DB Drag official judge. Anybody can host a 1X event. So you can start there.
If you want to do like base race and top dog like Chris Gregory does, like I've done, it seems like it's a little bit easier to run an event like that because you're not dealing with the globe, you're not dealing with clamps. You just need two sensors, maybe a monitor, and a PA system, and then you're set. So any of the Texas guys that want to do base race and top dog shows, they hit me up, and I'll let you know what you need.
You don't have to worry about knowing all the ins and outs of the rules too.
Exactly.
And that's what Smiley says. That's exactly what I want to do. And you know what is the DB Drag rules or what? Or I'm sorry, base race and top dog rules are what, a page a piece?
Yeah, compared to the SPO rules, they're minuscule.
26 pages. Just saying. What's the best turn lap package? It depends on what you're doing. If you need a clamp and all that, then go with the Magnum and you can host events. That is one thing, Smiley, that you have to have. You do have to have the Magnum with the Promoter Pro membership, right?
That's what, $150 or something like that add-on, I think, right?
Dude, I've been doing this so long, I don't even know. I get bills from
Wayne.
That's
where it's at right now.
Yeah, okay. I get bills from Wayne and I just pay him. All right, so.
But I mean, imagine you host an event. You pay that $149 once,
and then $100 for the event. Yeah, and then $100 for the event, right? So $249 if you charge, say, $15 a car, right? Because just starting out or whatever. So $15 a car. I mean, you just have to have what, 12 cars there to break even, or 15 cars, and you break even.
And you don't even have to do it all in the same event either. So
right,
exactly.
And you could spread it out really if you want to. And once you build your clientele, you can kind of offset those costs.
You can
Yep.
find sponsors as well.
He says he's had those since 2013. I just want to bring
Oh,
more
right.
competition for these guys. And honestly, that's what Chris Gregory started doing, right?
Hmm.
I mean, when we had him on here talking about that's really what he wanted to do was just give his guys out there a opportunity to practice and go against
Hmm.
and become some of the best. And I think that was his goal, right? Is to make the best competition scene for that for base race and top dog. And I think he did
Yeah,
a
I would
good
agree with
job.
that.
I think he did a
Yeah, I
good
agree
job
with
with
that
that.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a competitor as well. So
Right.
I mean, he's out there in the lanes too, and he's judging. So he knows what it takes to bring the guys over to entice them to compete. So
No, absolutely. So,
Mhm.
how many World Finals have you competed in, Dustin?
Uh, Probably I didn't really start taking um it serious as far as like going to World Finals until probably 2017.
Okay.
But my first TV drag show ever was in 2006.
Okay. Which one?
So it was a small show in Georgia,
Hey,
just outside of Savannah.
you know what? The small shows are just as important. That's why stuff like Chris Gregory, right? How many
Right.
people have just started with one of those little shows at Pop Tart's house or whatever, right?
Yeah, no, I mean I can only imagine like probably all of us to be honest.
Yeah.
Um
I mean,
Spring Break Nationals was
Yeah.
my first
big show.
big show that I'd ever went to,
Ah.
Uh huh.
and it blew my mind, and that was probably 2008, 2009ish.
Okay.
And man, dude, it was so crazy. Like I didn't even register to compete. It was just taking all the things in that was going on, and it was
Yep.
a whole new world, man.
Yep. And the thing is, like we've talked about many times, is it's just being around them like-minded people and kind of, they've caught the bug, and you're like, dude, I can do that. I can build something
Yeah,
better than that. I can build that. I can build something better than that. You know,
man,
and
my parents, dude, my parents hated car audio, man, when I was growing up. They're
What?
like, oh, it's a waste of money, this and that. It's like waste of your time, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, this is what I love doing. And it
yeah,
was and now whenever they found out that you could make money building boxes and stuff like that, they was like a little bit more into it. And I was like, oh, okay, but uh, a lot of times, man, when I even do a build, I don't even charge anybody. I just help them.
yeah.
You know?
So when I first started building boxes, I was building 4 a week, and I was charging material only.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
basically.
Yeah. And I don't know what this means, Eric, says my first was 25th. So I think your
That was
first
his first
show.
finals.
Oh,
Ah,
was
yeah.
the 25th. Oh, his first finals was at the 25th anniversary one.
Yeah,
That's a good one to have been part of.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's how you learn, right?
Mhm.
And also you're gonna find the people that are in this um, hobby are a lot smarter than your average bear.
oh yeah,
They're not all idiots, and which is cool because I mean I've said on this program many, many, many times is I love being the dumbest guy in a room. You
oh, I
know?
play dumb all the time.
Oh yeah, yeah. And man, you can learn so much by being
Mhm.
the dumbest dude in the room. And and I find in the car audio industry, I could be the dumbest guy quite often. You know?
You can also tell what other people actually know just by listening
Yeah.
to what they say.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You
Yeah,
can.
I was that fly on the wall, on
Yeah.
a lot of competitions and just kind of learning off of what I hear and stuff like that. So
I mean, Jeffrey surrounded himself with great people. The Team XSSPL. You had
yeah.
Roger Bridges and you had Chad
Hmm.
Geary. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
holy crap. You know.
I love Roger, man. Roger's a good dude. I love Roger. I love talking to him. I love hanging out with him.
I know. We keep trying to
Yeah,
get
they
him on
went.
here.
Yeah, yeah, he's a little shy, but they actually went heads up this past weekend. Dustin and Christian,
Oh,
Team
okay.
Yeah,
Crossfire Christian, yeah, and Roger was there, and Yeah, I think they did like what, a bunch of ties, 4 tiebreakers and 29s.
Yeah, we went to
Yeah,
magic number. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it was a good little battle there.
Mm-hmm. Fun
So
times.
in top dog or base race?
Base race.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And then actually in Top Dog we tied a few times as well, and I ended up stealing his points, I think.
Ah.
Stephanie Brandon says her first finals was last year,
Hmm.
which is cool.
Now she's hooked.
She's sitting right behind me right here.
Oh, there she is. um, do you know how the random number came about? Hello.
Hey.
Are you
It
familiar
was
with that?
it was if I'm not mistaken, it was from Chris Peters and Derek Haddock tying like 75 times at Sundown Audio one year.
No. So
It goes way back.
way
back.
before that. So when we started base race, we were tying, and so I was trying to come up with a way that we can break the ties. And I don't remember who it was. It may have been um, Sam Horn that said.
I was about to say Sam Horn.
Yeah, so I believe Sam may have said, "Hey, you know what? Let's come up with a random number." And I was like, "How are we going to do random numbers?" So what I did is I got 2 10-sided die, one black one, one red one. The red one was the point, the black one was the number. So if you were in the 129 class, you had a 1, 2, and then you guys would both take each competitor. I'd hold out my hands like that. One competitor would pick a hand, the other one would take the other hand, and whoever had the red one, that was the point, whatever, and whoever had the other one, that was the black. So it could literally be any number from 120.0 to, once again, 129.9. So
That's awesome.
And we would just literally roll them on the hood of the car. All right, that's the number. Get in your cars. Let's go. And it
You'd
was
have to do that for each tiebreaker, though?
every tiebreaker.
No, that's annoying.
No, so what happened was it became really a cool thing to do because everybody get out of the car, people would be like cheering, and and it really created a spectacle, which was really cool. And you didn't get that time to focus again. It was
Right.
Go back in your car. All right, ready to go, let's go.
Yeah, that guy Sam Horn, he's a legend, man.
Yeah. No,
Oh, yeah.
Sam did a lot of cool stuff for the car audio industry. I'd love to get him on here, but he's busy fishing all the time.
He was actually the former commissioner of DB Drag Race.
He was.
So yeah.
But anyway, like I said, that's kind of how the random number came about.
Okay.
And then Wayne's like, so as you know, with Wayne, it's all about, hey, how do we, standardize this, right? Because you wanted to standardize it, number one, and then take human error out of it. And so the only way you can do it was put a randomizer in the programming, and then next thing you know, so now we got the programming. So
Yeah, and then the second place digit in qualifying was to stop all the runoffs, right?
that was, yep. And now I don't know who was doing the runoffs. It wasn't on the West Coast. It was on the East Coast somewhere.
Yeah.
And then, but it was just for qualifying. And Wayne called me and he goes, "Hey, let's leave the hundreds in for the head-to-head in the brackets." And I go, "Don't do that, because if they can see what because when you go to the brackets, it would have read to the 9." To the 0.9, right? He only read to the tenths, not to the hundredths.
Right.
But it would show to the hundreds. And I'm all, if you can show them they're at 129.6 or 129.98 versus if they're 129.92, the way they can control their knob is way different.
100%.
Yeah. So let's remove that, and we'll remove extended ties. And it has. So yeah, like I said, it's really cool to have been part of DB Drag for so long that, when I first started with DB Drag, the rules was 5 pages or 6 pages long. And, I've been part of the rules since then,
Did they have color photos back then?
They did. So
the evolution though of base race like
yeah.
makes you wonder what's next. Are we gonna go to the thousands place? I don't know. Maybe when we start getting a bunch of .99s,
Yeah.
maybe we will. You know where I'd like to see, and this is kind of my suggestion, um, is maybe having sealed as optional in base race.
Like Top Dog.
Like Top Dog with that, because I guess here in Texas, there's a lot of USAC guys,
Hmm.
and they're used to door open, and when they have to close their door, it's like they have to like find out what their frequency is and all that all over again. But it's like maybe we can maybe it'll eventually evolve to base race sealed optional where the guys can open up
Yeah.
their door if they wanted to. That's just
A-
kind of like
Andy
my thing where
Tusher says it used to be open, and he's not wrong.
ah
We used to have it because
mhm,
in all reality,
mhm,
doesn't matter if you're open or closed, you still got to control your system. And for
exactly.
somebody that's good at it, they don't want their car open because it adds an extra layer of um, difficulty because now you got ambient noise that you're
Yeah.
fighting with. Like the car
Well,
next to you or somebody down demoing, right?
yeah, like if you want your door open, I just say do top dog. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if
True.
if you think that you need to have your door open, just do top dog. Um, I mean, you're still right though that you still have to control it, um, but if the door was open, it would also take out that element of having to be outside the car.
Correct. Which you don't
So
have in Top Dog.
correct.
Right.
So like when you have to get out the car in base race, it really I feel like it it helps people who are used to being outside because of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody who may not realize, oh, after the second tire or after the first tire, I got to get out. So
Right.
they're not prepared for that. So it introduces another level of, oh,
Yep.
crap.
Yep.
I wonder though if, say, opening the door would create a frequency that would be like maybe a couple of seasons ago, some guys were kind of on the fence about competing because their whatever peak frequency was like either outside of what the boom checks are or maybe so in between that they are like, man, I don't want to play anything else other than my resonant frequency of my vehicle.
Hmm.
So I wonder if maybe opening the doors would probably get them closer to that peak frequency or not. I don't know how much by, but it'd be kind of like interesting to kind of just test out, I think.
Yeah.
I know Sean Mayo with Excess Power.
Mhm.
He said that he would base race the 59 or louder class
Uh-huh.
if he could play, something that was on his frequency. But
what
the
what is
boom
that?
tech's 70s.
Oh, okay, I got
Yeah,
you.
so
Um,
and remember that was kind of the intent when base race came out. It would give guys that aren't DB drag cars a place to play.
Hmm.
Like I
Yeah.
said, that
yeah,
was
I mean,
initially the intent.
59 and bigger, that's cool. I don't see where there should be an issue with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that is, the upper echelon of builds now that we're talking about. But um, you know, anything off of his frequency though, he can unload subs. And
Mhm.
Yep.
Exactly.
you know, and I know Wally Johnson and Walt Johnson were kind of the same way
Right.
too.
Yeah.
And I know I'm the number one hater of a boom check, man. I hate that track. I absolutely hate
It's
that track. But
easy.
Right.
it is once you use
Understand
it
it.
and understand what's going on with it.
Right.
But man, I love the big pimpin' tracks. And I remember when we used to base race, man, we would use Push That by Lil Jon. We would use Thug Motivation
Thug
101,
Yep.
motivation.
Thug
Yeah.
Motivation was the
um,
Young
top in
Jeezy.
California.
Oh
Air
yeah.
Forces. I mean,
Air
Yeah.
Force, that was another popular one here in California too.
yeah. So, and Brian Nyman, man, you mentioned Nyman earlier at
Oh
Mellows.
yeah. R.I.P.
I know of him. I never got the chance to meet him or compete against him, but RIP Brian Nyman, he was Mr. 129 for the most part for the better half of his life. So,
Yeah. No, absolutely. That's you know, um, looking forward to, you know, closing down the chapter, right? So essentially, I'm not stop being a judge because I'm still going to do World Finals in Autorama, right? But as far as regular shows, my last show will be at Mello's Auto, which is his parents' shop. It's a good thing ending it there for me. So, he was a good guy, big supporter of everything that we do in the car audio. He would literally go downtown and pass out flyers for shows at his shop. Just, hey, come to my shop. Come to my shop. Right? And they are not a car audio shop. They're an auto repair shop.
Yeah.
And, his parents, did so much for supporting him and what he loved to do, which was this little car audio thing we do. So it's kind of cool. We're going to be closing it down there this weekend. So kind of looking forward to it. Like I said, good and bad things all the way around. So, Jeffrey, we are past the hour already. Since I don't have to bowl this tonight, it didn't bother me. Anyway, why don't you hit up Dustin with the same old, same old?
Oh, okay. Dustin, so you've seen the show a few times. There's this question that we ask all of our guests at the end of the podcast. Basically, we want to know, what is your definition of a bass head?
Somebody who just loves bass, man, who, regardless whether you got 212s, 28s, 815s, 20,000 watts or 500 watts, anybody who is into, sound waves reverberating loudly, that's my definition of a bass head, man.
Yes, for sure. I agree.
All right. Any predictions for this weekend, Dustin?
Yeah, so I actually wanted to ask y'all this. Who did y'all think was going to take 29 and 39? I have my picks already.
Okay.
But I'm gonna let you guys go ahead with that one. And then I'll let you guys know who I think it's gonna be.
What do you think, Jeffrey?
It's hard to deny Tennessee for the 20s. I know we've got a strong 20s competition team out here, but I mean, you talk about year after year. I think the last big show that Chris Caudell was in and Dustin was going heads up. How many ties were there?
At Excess Power, I think we went 14 ties, and
14
the turn lab actually malfunctioned, and it was on the first magic number round. So I think it was actually more than that.
Wow.
So
I mean, it's hard to deny that. It's hard not to get that factored in, but so 20s, I'm gonna say that's gonna be hard to beat the Tennessee guys for sure. 30s, it's kind of up in the air. Not really too. And then another thing too. So with base race, they're not always going to be in the same class. They could be 30s or they could be 40s, they could be 20s. So that's kind of that element of not knowing, of surprise too. So it's tough to say on the other classes. Top Dog, Top Dog it's like you pick them in sports betting. It's like
yeah, because you lose half your points. It's that's gonna hurt.
Exactly. So I really can't say there's a favorite in Top Dog because anybody could win. I mean, those are my picks, anyways.
You didn't give us any.
One. I gave you one. It's just based on like record and what we've seen is I think
Jeffrey said Tennessee all the way. That's what I heard.
Richard Ross. What does he do? 29 or 39?
29.
So I got Richard Ross in the 29.
Ah.
I got Chivo going back to back in the multi-venue event in the 39.
Yeah, he's gonna be hard to beat.
Top Dog. That's a up in the air thing. But who I think's got a really good shot at it? I would say Dana.
Mm.
That's
Yeah.
where I think.
Yeah,
So
I just got to make sure and toughen her up because I think sometimes she doesn't have that
killer
cutthroat
instinct.
mentality, that killer instinct where, dude, you're up like 70K, and I can't tell her that during the
Nope.
competition because yeah, I'm
Conflict
the
of
judge
interest, right?
there. Conflict of interest. I can't coach her through that. I have to like be able to make sure she knows that, so I can't say anything. But I mean, outside of the competition, maybe we could, drill some
Yep.
techniques and testing and
All
stuff
right,
like
what do you
that.
got, Dustin?
129. I'm going with the wild card win. Stephanie Brannon, Wall
Okay.
Street Stephanie,
All right.
over
Nice.
Chris Caudell after 6 ties.
Wow.
Wow, that's specific.
There you go.
Um, for 39, um, I'm gonna take David McKay if he shows up.
He told me he is. He
Ah,
texted and said he was.
a solid guy as
Um,
well.
for top dog, I'm gonna take myself.
Well, why
Ah.
wouldn't you take yourself, right?
Hey, look, it
Yeah.
is what it is, but
Wow,
There
so
was
you
a
said an all
strategy. Oh,
Tennessee is what
ooh.
I heard.
clean sweep.
Clean sweep. Wow, that's bold, Cotton. That's a bold play,
Well,
Cotton.
well, see, I had to take Stephanie because I live with her. So,
There you go.
And you had to take yourself. So you had to
well,
put Dave McKay in there because
well, I just don't think any of y'all can beat me in top dog. That's all.
Wait, you did top dog at the De Los Santos Memorial, right? I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
you did top dog.
Steve set me up.
Hey, he's in the
No.
chat right now.
Is he?
Yep, Steve
Yeah.
did
Oh,
Steve,
there you
Steve.
go.
all. The Blazer is coming.
Oh snap!
So,
It's just
anyway,
tough. It's tough with top dog.
it is.
Yeah, it's definitely tough,
Right. We
especially
didn't
when
last
there's.
year's winner. We didn't know. Well, we knew she was in contention, but to win it all, Rosa won it, right? Last
Yeah,
year,
yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Rosa.
and it was like, what?
Oh, she might not be
So,
playing in the 29-9 this coming weekend. We don't know yet. Let's see how it shows up.
mhm.
She did the Cali tank move.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Tank.
So
Yeah.
yeah, we don't know what she'll be in, and then there may be some people in the 49. I don't know that. So, but the great thing about it is, it's a great. Justin Stolman wants to hit somebody up. If somebody wants to hit him on that, he says he's got 100 that says Tennessee does not clean sweep.
Wow. That's a prop bet. That's a prop bet right
That's a prop
Yeah, that's a
bet if I
stop
ever
bet right
seen
there.
one. Steve Willis wants to know what's the tank move.
Oh, I don't know. It's like I feel like we shouldn't really tell people because then they get that in their head and it's like, but hit us up at the show and we'll tell you what it is.
Yes.
Come
Or
on
hit us
out, we'll
up on
show you.
the private messaging.
You gotta go to Cali though, because they do that stuff there.
Oh,
Wow.
There's actually what I seen recently was a reverse tank. So it's what I call the reverse tank. So there's a bunch of different strategies and techniques that you could definitely apply.
Eric Hansen says, "I'll show you."
Oh,
Hey, real
Anyway.
quick before we go, guys,
Yes, sir.
I just want to thank you guys for having me on, and I also want to give a shout out to all the sponsors of DB Drag, all the people who
Yeah.
supported not just DB Drag, but myself and Stephanie and the Tennessee Base Racers crew and everybody down in Texas and Cali, and Crossfire, DC Audio, Sundown, US Amps, Excess Power, Directronics, Wall Street's Finest, Team Ain't Loud, and we can go on and on from there. Defbots, Incriminator Audio, those guys, and their support means a lot to all of us, and without them, I feel like we would be not as fortunate, so.
There's
Very
my
true.
daughter popping in from Wichita.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
what she says? It say, "Sup, Doug."
Sup, Doug? um, anyway, all right. How would somebody get a hold of you or whatever if they wanted to hit you up with a prop bet, say?
Oh no.
You talking to me or Jeffrey?
Yes, you, Dustin.
Oh, just hit my messenger. Um,
Find you on
that's cool.
Facebook under Dustin
Yeah, just
Wright.
find me on Facebook. Yeah, it's Dustin Wright.
Yep, just like Nicholas Wright, Wright.
Correct. That's my cousin.
Yeah. Any relate? I was gonna say any relation.
No, we're not related. I'm just messing.
He don't have enough drawl to be related to Nick.
Oh.
Yeah,
Nah, Nick's a good dude. Definitely.
I like Nick a lot, man.
yeah.
Every time I see him, me and him have a 15, 20-minute conversation, and it's usually not even about audio; it's about other stuff. So
Yeah. I've known Nick for what, 22 years, 23 years, something like that. So, but yeah, he's a good dude, good family, good people, right?
definitely.
All right, Jeffrey, what do you got to say?
In addition to the multi-venue show that we got going on this Saturday,
Yep.
On Sunday, the following day, Crossfire Car Audio is doing a triple point event. DB Drag Racing, the ultimate last day to get your points. I know a couple of people are depending on that show to get that invite to finals. I've had quite a few people tell me they were going to make it there as well. So it's going to be the last show. Come check it out. Triple Point DB Drag Racing event at Crossfire Car Audio Sunday, September 22nd. And it's going to be an evening show at 6 p.m. So,
all right.
See you guys all there.
Yes. And for me, always remember, guys, if you're just short a few points, if you register for DB Drag and get your bonus points, right?
Mhm.
I mean, we've talked about the bonus points many times. Between that, same in California, you got a 1X on Saturday, you got a 3X on Sunday. You can do the gas saver, and you could literally make it to World Finals. And check this out. I don't know if you guys understand the work that Celise and Wayne put into this.
Yes.
Jeffrey, myself, I'm sure Chris did the same, helping out in the Tennessee side. But getting this venue together is not easy to do, and is not cheap. So, hey, show your support for DB Drag. Go to World Finals. Get your membership. If you don't have enough points, get the gas saver. And let's see if we can get you guys there to World Finals. If we can fill these halls, it'll be phenomenal to have a great turnout. I mean, we got 4 venues in North America.
I had somebody ask me that's brand new to competing. Asked me 2 days ago. He said, "Well, why does it cost so much to compete at World Finals?" And I'm like, "Well, there's a lot of cost involved with making it happen."
Yes.
I said, it's not just going out to the parking lot at your local shopping center and hosting the show like you might normally do. Like, for me, World Finals is prestigious. It's like
It is.
I want to be at a nice venue, and I want to be, going against the best of the best.
Yep.
So, and I want them to have the same experience as I do.
Yep. And
So.
it is. It does have a different feel. It has a way different feel at finals, right? So, and in California, I don't know about the other places because I'm not well versed in the other locations, but we have a barbecue out there. Jeffrey can tell you. We do a barbecue out there. We do tailgating essentially,
Camping.
and typically breakfast is provided if you just walk out to where the guys RVs are and their tents are and stuff. It's very welcoming. It's very much like a tailgate situation here in California. And
I like Allie's idea, just saying, by the way.
Hey, all you have to do is come here. You're more than welcome. Just
Loyalty
pick this as
card.
that's my daughter, yeah. She has a loyalty card. Every 10 events, you get the 11th event free. But anyway, so Saturday, Sunday, California, 1X for Saturday, 3X for Sunday. Appreciate you guys.
Yes.
David says you're not at that nice of a venue. I don't know what that means.
Who isn't?
My daughter sent me
For the-
$5 because I'm awesome.
For the Tennessee location, it's not as nice as it was in the previous years, but it's okay.
Oh,
We got
no.
a venue, so
Yep. So for you guys out that way, you guys have had the premier location, right? So over the
yeah,
years, you
100%.
guys have had phenomenal
Owensboro.
places, right? And so for us, we've been as much as a tent in a parking lot, right? And we turned that into a really good time. But we have a really nice indoor facility this year. Last year we had a great indoor facility. But anyway, needless to say, I want you guys to come out. I want you guys to be part of World Finals.
Yeah.
We're going to be indoors. You're going to be able to lock your vehicle in, or you're going to be able to drive it out. Like I said, finals is a different animal. So, like I said, I want you guys to participate in it. And to be honest, if you guys haven't heard me tell you before, the reason I haven't retired in years past before in DB drag is I never ever wanted to take away somebody's opportunity to win a ring. And that's truly what has kept me going every year as a judge. And I like to think that Jose Ramos stepping up is going to continue that tradition of giving people an opportunity to win a ring at World Finals. So, that's whether people believe me or not, it doesn't matter to me. 100% what's been keeping me going is seeing you guys win your rings. That just, to me, is awesome. I don't care if I'm in Alabama and I'm watching Dave McKay win his 4th ring or 5th ring or whatever it is, or I'm over here and I watched Christian Jensen win his first and only ring, or just seeing people win their rings is amazing. So
I'm still chasing after one, so
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
And I promise you, if you win a ring, it's not on accident. There's so much that went into, and there's a true pride in owning one of those rings. I mean,
That's why I haven't given up yet.
Huh, Jeffrey?
Yeah, I mean, it could take a while for some people. I think it took me a little while.
Yeah.
I was just explaining to somebody my first World Finals. I took 13th place, and then just was like, that's not gonna happen again. And it took a couple of years after that, but I, finally got it. And it's like judges like yourself that say if you were to have retired, when I was coming up, I wouldn't have had a show to go to. I wouldn't have qualified for finals. I wouldn't have got my first ring. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Hey, World Finals means enough to Jeffrey that his ringtone is him winning his World Finals title championship.
It's you announcing me as the winner.
Well, I wasn't going to say that part. I just say that's what it was. So, moments like that, I could never do if I didn't do this. So, but hey, Eric, how do you feel about that? This is probably the longest podcast we've ever done. We went a little bit longer just for you. All right. Anyway, once again, I want to thank our sponsors. Without our sponsors, we can't keep doing this. If you get an opportunity, please purchase from the people who support things that you like to do. We got Badass Sounds by Steve Bass, E-Box Design and Install, and Stolman LLC, Stolman Transportation LLC. So if you guys get an opportunity, please support those who support things that you guys like. And if you do go to one of those, then please tell them you're supporting them because of T.W.I.C.A. That always helps us and helps them. But anyway, guys, really appreciate you tuning in. Hope to see you guys this Saturday. I'm going to have multiple venues going on. We're going to be online. There's going to be all kinds of stuff. It's just amazing what stuff we're doing over the internet nowadays. We started doing this in 2007, and it just keeps getting better. So once again, hey, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next Monday on This Week in Car Audio. Peace. We out.